Hello there, house church leaders. As you can see, today is Monday. It's St. Patty's Day, and I just wanted to wish you all a wonderful and happy St. Patty's Day today. I hope you all are doing well. You know, we try to record these videos every few weeks just to address concerns in the community, things that are going on, stuff that we feel like we need to talk about together. It used to be in the old days of Bloom, we could get all 5 or 6 house church leaders together every month or so and just talk about what was going on, and now with almost 20 of you, it becomes more difficult. So Rusty has asked me to record these videos here and there, which I think is a helpful way for us just to stay on the same page. I wanted to take a minute just this morning to address one concern that has sometimes come up with us at Bloom. We've sometimes noticed this pattern with folks at Bloom, that they'll come and enjoy things and start worshiping with us and really feel like it's a wonderful community to belong to. And there will be like this desire that they have to move deeper into community, or to somehow sort of like find their way into the inner circle. And oftentimes the way that they do that is by becoming house church leaders, as many of you have. And the expectation is, man, this community is so wonderful and it's so beautiful. I'd love to get more involved. I want to be more connected. If I sign up to be a house church leader, if I decide to take on a deeper level of engagement, then all of a sudden I'll just start magically experiencing all of the really deep community that Bloom has to offer. And when that happens, a lot of times people are disappointed because they find that they're connected to this group of people that they lead, but they're not necessarily more connected to us or connected to other house church leaders. And it can become in some ways disillusioning. I mean, we've seen people move from really happy Bloom member to house church leader to somewhat disillusioned Bloom member to winding up leaving the community over this issue. And there's 2 things that I just want to say about that. One thing is, I just want to say that we're aware of that issue. Part of the reason, which is obviously why we're recording this video, but part of the reason why we're trying to do more social events with house church leaders this spring and this year or whatever, is to address precisely this issue, to create some kind of connectivity between you all as house church leaders, so that you don't feel like, because one of the things that can happen is that you start feeling like you're out on an island somewhere in Arvada or Aurora or Southwest Denver, just kind of tending your own little corner of the Bloom world, while everything else in Bloom is kind of going on without you. And so we don't want that for you. Like, we want you to feel connected to other Bloom house church leaders. We're recording these videos to help keep us connected. We're trying to do as much as we can. And really, it's just the challenge of a growing church, that your whole way of connecting with one another and communicating with each other, all of that has to change. And so for those of you, especially even those of you that have been with us for any length of time, you've started to experience some of the growing pains of this, of us as a community and where we're going. I just say, just hang in there with us. We're trying to figure it out. We're always going to employ new strategies for trying to keep us connected with one another. But just hang in there with us. So that's the first thing I'd say to you, is that we're aware of it and we're trying to address it. And so just hang tight. The second thing that I would say to you is some of this is on you. In the same way that within your own house church, you can't make all of the connections happen for people laterally or horizontally or whatever across your house church. In other words, some of the initiative has to come from them. In the same way, you house church leaders, some of that has to continue to come from you. So when you show up on Sundays, I think that the onus is still on all of us to make sure that we're meeting new people and welcoming new people into our lives and trying to develop deeper relationships. If you, at one of these social events that we have for house church leaders, you seem to connect with another house church leader couple, I mean, it should go without saying, but maybe it's worth saying, like, call them up, take them out to dinner or something, spend some more time with them. Like, a lot of the way that we experience community in our lives is purely on us. Community is something that we construct. It's something that we pursue. It's a thing that we cultivate. So while we're definitely always trying to address this issue of the disconnect that sometimes we can feel at Bloom, the other side of the coin is continue to press into the community with the same sense of urgency that you did when you first came. So try to meet new people, try to develop deeper relationships, and just know, like, there's no secret inner ring behind what you see, that if you finally just make it into that inner ring, then you'll really feel like you're connected with people. I mean, we have the staff, we see each other a bunch during the week. There's the leadership community. that meets every so often. I mean, we're living, and there's this community of leaders and volunteers. I mean, we're living in a big city. Our church has a huge reach. We have house churches from Boulder, all the way down. We were trying to start one in Parker. I mean, we're just like all over the map. So trying to stay connected with the limited space and the limited time that we have is a monumental challenge. A lot of that rests on us to develop the kind of community that we want to see. So I hope that that's encouraging and helpful to you. I just would love for all of you to know, like I said, that there's no inner circle that you're not a participant in. Yeah, if you are a house church leader, you're about as involved in Bloom as you can possibly be. So you are in the inner circle. Let's just own the inner circle together and make it everything that it can be. So I hope that that's helpful to you. Happy St. Patty's Day. I hope that you get a chance to drink some green beer today and kiss an Irish person and try your best to talk with an Irish accent. I don't have one, so I can't do it. I've never been able even to feign an Irish accent. But be all of that as it may, we love you. As always, we're so grateful for you. Grace, mercy, and peace be yours in abundance.